This conference will now be recorded.
Hey me, hey Pooja. Good evening.
Hi Rajiv, good evening.
Hey, am I audible?
Yeah,
Hello, am I audible?
yeah,
Okay, okay, sure. Thank you. Hey, let's give 1 more minute and then get
y-
started.
yeah,
How was your weekend?
yeah, it was good.
Great, great. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. Right. So we completed interviews, right?
yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one.
Raju, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, please.
So this interview is not only for the beginning interview for the clients, it's for everybody. It says like so why they involve I mean why they saying we use building a relationship between business and stakeholders. So stakeholders involve so many people, right? So why interview for everyone?
No,
For
no, no, not interview for everyone. See, what I'm saying is customer is also a stakeholder. In general, we have mentioned
As
stakeholders.
as we talked before, that stakeholder is investors. So it's between investors and business analyst.
No, 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 no. Stakeholders are not just investors. As I mentioned earlier, stakeholder can be anyone, your customer, your end user, customers,
Okay.
end users, or anyone else.
Yeah.
Not just investor. Investor is also one of the stakeholders. That's all.
Okay.
Here we are mentioning to relevant stakeholders.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Hi Rajiv,
Yeah,
sorry. I was just caught
hey,
up in another call which I just couldn't miss.
hey,
Sorry about
Pearl.
that.
No worries, no worries. Understand. We are just starting.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Any other questions on interviews?
No.
No.
Okay, next let's talk about document analysis or review. Okay, so document analysis or review. So this technique is basically used to gather
I
the
cannot see the
requirements.
screen.
Yeah, I think it's frozen.
Okay.
It is coming up. So
Okay. Hold on.
basically, this technique is used to gather the requirements by by reviewing or going through the existing documentation. Assume assume you got into a project where it's like ongoing, meaning enhancements. You keep adding features. Amazon is already there. Now assume you are hired into Amazon. You are put into a project where you are put into a project of Amazon Pay. Assume so Amazon Pay is already there. Maybe you are put into a project where you need to add more features. Right? If you want to add more features, first you need to understand what is the existing features. What are the existing features? For that, what you'll do, you'll go through the existing documents to understand what is there, and upon that, what you can add, right? Upon that, what you can add. So it introduces reviewing the business plans or technical documents, no, or problem reports or existing requirements documents. Any of those can be any. And this technique is important to identify the gaps in the system. That is, compare the as-is process with the to-be process. What is as-is process? As-is process is nothing but currently how is the system working. To-be is nothing but the desired state, meaning after the development work, how should the how should the system work, basically, right? So in our example, Amazon Pay, um, assume you want to add a new feature, like for example, assume not tomorrow you want to send back your Amazon Pay balance to bank, which is not there now, right?
Yeah.
You want to send your Amazon Pay balance to your bank. Now, that's a new feature that you are adding. And you, as a business analyst, you need to understand first of all how Amazon pays, how Amazon Pay works, and all those things. Correct? So that is understanding of how Amazon Pay works and all this as is, and you make you be building the capability for you to transfer the Amazon Pay balance to your bank account is to be process. Okay. Now again there are three steps: preparation phase, review analysis phase, conducting research phase. As part of preparation phase, you as a business analyst you should verify that the existing documents are relevant, current, and genuine. Whatever documents that you are going through should be very relevant, genuine things. Okay, and existing documents should be easy to understand. It should be really easy to understand, and it should not be like very technical. It should be as easy as possible to understand. And detailed review should be done by you with the business analyst, and you will also have notes that is created, and then analyze the gaps about which the information is limited, right? So once you do this, then you see you analyze the gaps about the information that is limited. Where are the gaps actually, right? Once you understand that, as a BA, you should create the process flows for the gathered information, meaning how does a process flow looks. I'll show you that, but you should be able to create process flows based on the information that you have gathered. Now let me show you how a process flow diagram looks. Any questions so far?
No.
No question.
Okay, just give me a minute. As is,
Rajiv, did I miss anything, or this is the thing that we started with?
now we started
With-
with this.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go to this. I'll open this. I'll just open this. Okay, that seems to be. Yeah, I'll open this. And I'm trying to show you a process flow diagram how it looks. Okay,
Yeah.
so here the current process is captured where for online shopping, order is customer places an order, customer places an order, and the online shop receives the order. And once the order is received, you check for the stock level, if it's available. If there is sufficient stock, then you'll go ahead and pack the goods and then ship the goods. And then ship the goods and the order is completed. However, if there are no sufficient stocks, then there will be a change that will be suggested to the customer. Now,
Mhm.
this is the existing process, assume. Now, assume your business grew over a period of time, your business grew, and you now have a warehouse, a separate warehouse, because now you need to manage a lot of orders and you need to have a good space to have all the equipment in place there, right? So you have a warehouse also. Now this is your flow or changing flow where the customer purchases the order is received, and check is done on the stock level. If there is sufficient stock, then a request is sent to the warehouse. See the difference? There is a request is sent to the warehouse to pack the goods, and the goods are packed in the warehouse, and then order is completed and invoice. The difference here is you have warehouse, a request is sent you know to the warehouse to pack the goods, right? Request is sent to the warehouse to pack the goods and then also ship the goods. Here there is no concept of warehouse. Since it's a small thing, you do as part of sales representative, you do everything. Okay,
Mhm.
so that's a major difference. Now, now if you are able to mark this like which is a new box that is added and highlight in it in a different color or a box or something, then that would be the delta part of the as is to be. This is the pack goods is the additional step that is being added from the previous version to this version. Okay, this is as is versus to be process. So any questions here?
No.
I'm good, Rajiv.
Okay, over to this. No questions. I'll
Mhm.
move ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is chat session. This is a pretty old one. You need not bother much here. But for general knowledge purpose, I've put it here. Chat stands for Joint Application Design. So it's a workshop. It's a joint application design workshop where all the stakeholders come together and try to gather the requirements or try to write the requirements. Just imagine how chaotic it would be if everyone is trying to give inputs. As a business analyst, you will be like tired, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, so there is a point here. So this is very process oriented and formal when compared to any other technique. So these are structured meeting involving end users, project managers, subject matter experts. Right? It can be any of these people involved, and is used to define, clarify, and complete the requirements. So this is used to define, clarify, and complete the requirements. Now this technique can be divided into two categories: formal workshop and business process improvement workshop. formal workshop is something that I want to highlight. These workshops are really, highly structured and are usually conducted with the selected group of stakeholders, right? So these are very high structured and which happens with the selected group of stakeholders. When I say highly structured, assume I used to sit in chat sessions earlier in my career where requirements gathering session used to go for 15 to 20 days at a stretch for 4 to 5 hours per day. Just imagine how painful
Mm.
and stressful it would be.
Yeah.
So, so it is very highly structured because the problem is 4 to 5 hours. Maybe sometimes there are days when we used to just fight with one requirement for all the 4 to 5 hours. The more number of people, the more chaotic it would be, right? So in this case,
Mm.
everyone is involved, right? And the focus of this workshop is to define, create, refine, and reach closure on business requirements. So, yeah, basically you discuss, brainstorm, and do everything. And then business process improvement workshop. These are less formal as compared to the formal workshops. Here, existing business process, whatever you are following at this point as a business process, is being analyzed. You analyze that business process and see if there is any gaps or any issues, and see if you will process the improvements which are identified. Okay, which are identified. So this is business process improvement workshop and formal workshop in joint application design. Any questions?
I'm good, Rajiv.
Okay, okay, good.
Rajiv, I have a question. So
Yeah,
this
please.
what are more towards the end process, like a ending, like ending and completing the completing the the product and everything. Like, is it more
No,
end?
no, no. This is the first step.
Okay,
This is the first step. You see, you are still getting the requirements by brainstorming with all these people.
okay, okay, okay.
Right? So this
Okay.
is the first step, not
Okay.
end.
So
Okay.
is it like a um, sister of agile method kind of thing?
No, no. This is a pure waterfall model.
Okay, okay, okay,
This is not there in Agile. This is pure waterfall model. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Fine. So next is survey questionnaire. So this you must have come across wherever you shop, online, offline, or wherever you usually get surveys. You usually get surveys, right? Where you are asked for few questions, and you are yeah, it would be like rating the product, how was the service, and other things. Correct? That is also a method to gather the requirements. So here for service or questionnaire, a set of questions is given to stakeholders to quantify their thoughts. Right? So a set of questions will be given. And after collecting the responses from the stakeholders, data is analyzed to identify the area of interest of stakeholders. Meaning, assume you shop on Amazon and a survey is rolled out. Maybe there would be 1 million surveys that would be rolled out in a month, assume. Out of which you might get response only to around 10,000, right? That 10,000 is still more. The data is gathered, the data is taken and given to the data analyst, processed, and you get a meaningful data saying what customer is experiencing, what is something that customer is looking for. Okay, and that would be a requirement. Like maybe the customers might be saying that, hey, look, I'm having problems during payment. I'm really frustrated while doing payments. Some people might say, okay, look, I need more offers. I see very less offers, like that, right? So those are all requirements. Just give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. My daughter is crying. She's not keeping well. Please give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
Rajiv.
Okay, okay. So yeah, questions should be rolled out, and you will get the responses, and based on which you figure out, okay, where the customers are facing problem, and you know where the area to focus on. Okay, is it on the design, or is it on the payments, or what is it, something that you need to focus on, you will get to know, correct? So yeah, and the questions that you will be posting, it should be on the high priority risk. Question should be direct and unambiguous. It should be really direct, and it should not be like how users will not understand, right? It should be very direct and unambiguous. Once the survey is ready, notify the participants and remind them to participate. So let them know that, okay, there is survey sent out, send out reminders, let them take part in it. Okay. And there are two kinds of questions that can be framed: open-ended questions, close-ended questions. Open-ended questions are nothing but where you ask a query, and you give a text box for them to answer. However, in case of close-ended, it would be like multiple choice, where you give, on a rate of 1 to 5, how do you rate the experience? So 1 being the least, 5 being the highest. That's close-ended, right? So customer has to choose one among this. Like one other example is, uh, would you like to recommend the product to your friend? Yes or no? That's close-ended, right? So open-ended is more like, uh, in your words, if you want to tell how you feel about the product, that's open-ended.
Mm.
Okay. So, and this data would be gathered. Of course, you cannot do anything with this data. This data would be given to a data analyst. The data analyst will refine with some algorithms and other things, and they will give you a meaningful data saying that, hey, look, uh, out of 1,000 surveys that we have received, or 10,000 surveys that we have received, 5,000 people say that they have concerns regarding payments. They have concerns regarding during payments. So that means that you need to focus more on payments. So where your requirements would be on related to payments for the our upcoming project, right? So this is one other way of gathering the requirements. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions here?
No.
No.
Okay, sure. We'll move on. Okay, gap analysis. So here, as I was saying earlier, in here, right? So this kind of gap analysis itself. Let's try to understand more. Here, what we do is, okay, let me make this big. Okay, what is gap analysis? Gap analysis is trying to figure out, uh, trying to figure out where the where we are heading towards for, and what change do we need to do to reach that goal. So first step is identify the area to focus on, where the issue is. Is it in finances, product quality, or marketing? Or in our case, the example that we are talking about, is it in payments? Is it in order checkout? Or is it in, the home page? Or is it during registration itself? Identify the area that we need to focus on first. And goals. Identify what goals you want to achieve. What goals you want to achieve. Okay. Set realistic SMART goals and make sure to align them with your business need. Have you heard of SMART in terms of business analysts?
No.
Okay, SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound. Meaning your goals should be very specific. Your goal should be very measurable. Your goal should be achievable. Your goal should be very realistic and time bound. Meaning
What's the T
uh,
for? T is for time,
time bound. Like I want to do
time
so and so
bound
this. Yeah,
in
I want
particular
to.
time.
Yeah, I want to achieve this in 1 month.
Okay.
That. Okay, specific being, okay, I want to increase the number of payments, or increase the number of online payments by 30% in next 1 month, right? Everything is quantifiable here. You're very precise and telling that, look, this is the number of customers I want in this duration and at this percentage, right? So yeah, your goal should be very precise. It should not be very generic, like, okay, it should not be very generic, like, hey, I want to improve my customers paying online. No, that's very open-ended. You cannot quantify that, correct? So you need to identify what goals you want to achieve. And then current state. Know your current state. Before you go any further, know where you stand currently. Know where you stand currently, meaning the product, where is it currently? So currently, maybe the product is at a stage where um, it has certain issues here and there, but we know, okay, currently the pay, assume for payment options itself, currently the payment options that Amazon has is credit card, debit card, and Amazon Pay balance. That is the current state. And the future state, you want a future state where you have a payment option of PayPal also. Simple. Now that delta part is the gap. So understand the gaps between the two states, current state and the future state. Current state, as I was mentioning, the current state is without PayPal, future state is with PayPal. Okay, so that is understanding the gap between the two states, wherein you want to you know identify as to what is stopping you from achieving your targets. After you have identified your gaps, make yourself equipped to close those gaps. Okay, make yourself equipped to close those gaps. So this is about gap analysis. Any
Okay.
questions here?
No.
No, Rajiv.
No. Okay, just give me a minute.
So, Rajiv, all this will be in the study material that we get, right?
This is there, yeah.
Yeah, it is there.
Okay. So you have got your study material,
So
Pooja,
when
and
he
Yeah, the way you
when he
get it, we
texted
also
me
receive the same.
yesterday,
no, I didn't get you.
so Pal, what you can do, go to our
Uh-huh.
chat section. He already sent the link, and then you open that link and bookmark it. So
And
whenever
even
you
Okay.
want to apply,
if you might have get an email as well. I got an email.
Okay. That okay.
So if
Sorry,
you
what
see your
was the
email,
question? What was the question?
No, I just wanted to know if all these slides will it be
Uh,
available in the study material that we get. I haven't got the
yes,
study
yes.
material yet.
Oh, is it? You have not got it.
Yeah.
Let me do it right away. You are not available the other day?
The day where you shared the Google Drive?
Yes, yes.
yeah,
Oh, okay. That
Yeah,
I
this is
have
the
that.
drive.
Okay, okay, okay.
In that it's there already.
Oh, okay, okay, Rajiv. Okay.
Fine, fine. Okay, fine.
I have a question. For interview, do we have to know all this by definition or something? Like, do we have to know a clear sentence understanding, or just explainable understanding is fine?
No, yeah, explainable understanding should be fine. You should be, able to understand the customer, and it's more of a, communication.
Okay.
Communication. That's the thing. But my motto is here is saying that, look, you can gather the requirements via interview also. That is it. Okay.
okay. But my question is, in study material, there are so many questions for interview. So we need to totally go through every question
Uh, Again,
in detail. Means in detail we have to go through it.
no, no, not required, not required. Again, it depends, like, what kind of interview it is. Where is it?
No,
What kind
Rajiv,
of
Rajiv,
interview?
Rajiv, Rajiv.
I
Sorry to
think
interrupt.
Rajiv is confusing
Not
with
this
the
interview.
customer
Yeah, yeah.
interview, not the job
Not this
interview.
con. No, not this interview. We have in the
Oh,
material interview
Yeah.
questions. We are
Okay,
talking about
okay.
that. I was talking
Uh,
about that.
Okay, okay, okay. Understood now. Interview
And I was
questions.
asking in a job interview sense,
Job.
when we apply for a job and they do interview for us, so should
Mhm.
we know all
Yeah,
these
we have
slides?
received that material.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's good to know. It's good to know, definitely. But your good interview process or structure will be something like this. Assume you are going for an interview now. Assume the interview goes for 45 minutes. The first
Mhm,
15 minutes would be about tell me about yourself and
Yourself.
what do
Yeah.
you do and your basic knowledge.
mhm,
Your basic knowledge check about the business analyst. Okay. And the next 15 minutes would be on the maybe the projects that you have worked on and trying to figure out have you really done such kind of job or something. And the final 15 minutes would be like scenario based meaning assume you come across a scenario tough customer, how do you handle the customer? No,
mhm,
have you come across such customers, how did you handle? They want to see that. So that's how it would be structured. So whatever material I have shared, it would help you for the
mhm.
15 minutes part of the interview or maybe 30 minutes. But
Okay.
other things you need to frame and prepare.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
how it is.
You
I
guys
was
will
thinking,
let
interviews.
the you guys will.
Good,
Sorry,
good.
you can complete yours. No, that's okay. You can complete yours.
No, I was thinking, you're mentioning about the interviews and the requirements, Catherine.
No, so I was just asking that. So you guys will teach us everything, right? For the
Yeah,
to prepare for an
yeah,
interview stuff.
yes, yes, yes. We'll have
Okay.
sessions. We'll have sessions. We'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Okay, great. So, any other questions on gap analysis or any other things?
No, not on this one, Raju. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next is on impact analysis. Now, assume you have built something. You have built or you have added additional payment option of PayPal for your Amazon. You add it. Now you want to see now, has it really made impact to the customers? Has it really made impact to the customers? So if you want to be a good business analyst, measure the impact of the product changes you implement. Measure the impact of the product changes you implement. Meaning define expected impact of the changes. Assume your expected impact is at least 40% of the payments being done via new payment option, that is PayPal. That is the expected impact of changes. 40% of the payments were going via PayPal and establish goals for the changes. The goals you have to mention and then determine how will you measure the impact. How will you measure the impact here against the total number of payments? If there are 1,000 payments to happen, at least of those 400 payments should be via PayPal. And measure the impact and objectively evaluate. Now you measure the impact and see if it's really working. If it has not met the goal, like you thought 40% of the payments, that is for 400 payments happening via PayPal. Now assume that is not met. Only 250 payments have been done via PayPal. Now you evaluate and see, okay, should I give more time or is it really a failure of the implementation of the product? What is it? Why this has happened? Why this has happened? You evaluate and figure out, should you give more time? Should I observe for one more month and see people using the new PayPal payment option, or should I scrap it? You evaluate and take a call. If it's 250 or 300 payments happen against your target of 400, you are somewhere close, so you can give more time. However, if there is only 10 to 20 people done who has done payments via PayPal, then it's a clear indication that whatever you have done is not making impact on the customer. So you may want to
Yes.
scrap it, right? So
Mhm.
take examples of all this. Google Plus, so many products that Google has scrapped. They see if there is no impact, they'll scrap that product, right? So
Okay.
yeah, that is the impact analysis. Basically analyzing if something has made an impact on the product or not, and then figuring out if we have to retain that or enhance it or scrap that feature. Okay, make sense?
Yep.
Okay, sure. Any questions here?
No.
No.
Oh,
Well,
okay. So that's all on the requirement analysis. The next module is about product backlog and grooming, epics, features, user stories. This is the most important, I can say. And here, after the deep backlog, we'll take a pause and start our project. Okay. But before that, we'll do some basics tomorrow. Okay.
okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Fine. We'll pause here. If you have
Yeah.
any questions, I'll take it now. Otherwise, we'll close for today.
Yeah.
Good so far.
Good.
Oh, fine then. We'll
Yeah.
continue tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah.